It's the fifth meeting that the electoral body is holding as part of its post-election review. This time, it's with civil society organizations and mostly domestic observers who participated in the general elections to identify areas of weakness and improvement for future elections. Chairman of the Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakub, begins by clarifying issues of funding for the Commission, especially by international development partners. He denies that the Commission received donor funds.
The Commission did not receive any direct funding or cash support from international development partners. Rather, their support was totally indirect through civil society organizations and implementing partners working on elections.
At least 200 civil society organizations were accredited for the elections, but so far, only 67 have submitted their reports, making about 30% of all accredited observer groups. The CSOs, however, differ on their assessment of the conduct of the polls. While the Nigerian civil society room faults Inec, insisting that the entire process of the polls cannot be considered to have been credible, another group, known as the Civil Society National Roundtable, passed a unanimous vote of confidence on the chairman of the commission, saying Inec's performance remains commendable. The CSO Roundtable also frowned at what it called the stereotyped attacks on the Inec chairman and rejected calls for his sack.
The National Roundtable, having analyzed the pre-election, election day and post-election outcomes of the elections, and without prejudice to the ongoing petitions at the tribunals, gives Inec a pass mark and unanimously passes a vote of confidence on the chairman of the commission, Professor Mahmood Yakub, for his outstanding conduct of the 2023 election, and condemns in strongest terms the attacks on his personality and the calls for his removal from office.
Rather than continue to condemn Professor Mahmood, we should celebrate him. First and foremost, he saved money. Two, he also put in a process that has delivered perhaps one of the fairest elections that Nigeria has ever had.
Political parties are not left out in the assessment of the general elections. Of the 18 political parties that fielded candidates for the presidential elections, only 3 are contesting the outcome of the polls. Some of the parties present here at a separate meeting in Abuja insist that the diversity of the political parties in the National Assembly is a clear evidence that the elections were free, fair and credible.
It is obvious that only 3 political parties are still in court challenging the election, out of 5, which I was one of them. If only 3 are still in court, meaning that it is only 17%, and 83% are still in support, those who didn't go to court or who withdrew their matter, meaning that INEC did a good election or conducted a good election. On that note, we endorse, I and my party, Action People's Party, APP, we endorse INEC.
On its part, Inec says it would continue with its post-election review with the goal of not just improving the electoral process in Nigeria, but also consolidating Nigeria's democracy. Chinaza Samuel, Arise News.